Everybody, welcome in. Just waiting for the neighbour coming. Just waiting for the neighbour coming, then we'll start. Won't be a minute. Yeah, welcome in. I haven't been down for quite a few months with one thing and another. So, as soon as the neighbour comes in, we can get started. Yay! Oh, good. Oh! That's it, we're live.
Okay. Fucking jumping in grave was quick.
Pardon?
Jumping in grave was quick.
I thought that was your grave there.
No, it's sitting there. What's it? Come on, yeah.
No, this is
This,
knackered, isn't it?
yeah, but I keep hurting her.
Right. We are now live.
She keeps having a go at me.
We're live.
Live, right? See what I mean?
Is that you or the
No,
chair?
it's this. Sorry, chair.
That's the chair, might Right, tonight just a quick chat and talk about spooky things, you know. Terry he's a non-believer, no. But lately we've been hearing stuff where we like seeing shadows and people walking down the corridors, no bugger there.
No, that's strange, but the lights go on. They should.
Oh, I can't see the chat. Who is it? Oh. It's Baz.
Oh, right.
I'm moderator, make sure nobody plays silly buggers and chat. You just kick him out, yeah.
So,
I can just about read the chat, just about.
do we keep the lights on or off?
Pardon?
The lights, you turn them off or on?
Oh, you won't see it then.
No.
I can turn the bottom ones off, can't I?
Yeah?
Oh! Let's have a bit of atmosphere, shall we? I love a party with an atmosphere. Oh, not that.
Go. Nearly had me.
Good evening, timeline. Welcome in. Oh, just a natter tonight about ghosts and stuff. You know, this place is very old. Originally built for, well, it was at the DOS house at one time, wasn't it? At one time. It was built for the RAF retiring from Stafford who come live here, and then the council brought it all up, built these flats. Everywhere's bloody haunted now.
Well, I think, you know, when you look at all the people that have been here and died here,
Oh, there's a
you know,
huge impression, doesn't it?
possibility. I'd like to meet, I mean, like you said, I'm a non-believer, but I'd love to meet a ghost because I always think that life after death is not null and void, you know, we're going to be, never even know we ever existed. So
Yeah.
if there's ghosts, then I'd know there's life after death. So I would like to see ghosts or meet ghosts. you
Yeah,
know.
we haven't actually seen nothing, have we? But we've heard things.
Yeah.
You've seen a couple of black shadows, haven't you? We haven't actually seen nothing, you know. We haven't been lucky enough or
No.
unlucky enough.
No.
So, cool.
Do you think, you know, that like, it's like our flat, how big it is now, you know. I don't know whether it's me or what, but every so often things get moved, you know.
Poltergeist activity.
I'm not sure whether I've done it, or the cleaner's done it, or the wife's done it, or anybody else has done it, you know, but
I mean, I put stuff down and I forget where I put it, but I blame the ghost, you know. Ghosts in the flats, you know. That's just me.
Yeah,
Old age and memory going.
but it would be nice to know there's ghosts, because that would tell us all.
Oh, I'd love to see one just to say,
Hmm?
wow, you know.
Well, if you know there's a ghost or you see a ghost, you know then there must be life after death.
Mm.
But at the moment, it's very, very sad to think that when I die, I'll never even know I ever existed.
She said,
Which
yeah.
is, you know, not a happy thought.
It's it's part of life, I suppose, you know.
Yeah, but you're saying it's part of life, is death part of life, you know, like, it's the end of life really, to me.
Oh, have a look.
So I would like to, you know,
Well, Blue and Blossom, welcome in.
hey,
2 people in, 3.
yeah,
Oh,
so, I mean, this room's seen a lot of old people, and a lot of old people that have been in here now dead, so you'd think that, you know, we live in here at the end of their lives, they would have some sort of, you know, attachment to it.
which is what me and Bad talk about. There's a stone tape theory that when you pass it, your energy just goes.
Yeah.
Some of it goes up or down, some of it gets stuck.
Mm.
And this is what the majority of spirits are, just energy. To keep going in a loop, which is an interesting theory. Excuse me.
Mm. Well, does that energy know who it used to be or was, or?
Not according to the evidence that people collected over God knows how many years, you know.
Yeah.
It's just energy that is going round the circles. Yeah, go appear, do the job and disappear and just keep doing that
Yeah.
time after time for thousands of years, hundreds of years, you know. It's all interesting stuff.
Mm. But,
In that night we were at the bottom there, weren't we?
mm.
I was just sitting there, he just leaned against me, and next minute me K2 went, what the hell? We have to do that again one night, so we
Yeah.
get in a response.
Yeah, because that, you know, that showed there was something, we didn't know whether it was magnetic force or anything, do you? It's like, especially in a building like this, you know.
Yeah,
But
so it was built on old houses, but yeah, we haven't got a figure of the number of people who died here in the war and whatever.
I know that church they pulled down in Stafford, by where the poor clock was. My lad was a page boy there for my wife's sister when she got married. And they had to dig all the graves up because they built on it, knocked the church down, which was terrible. But the people in the flats, well, they said they had nothing but trouble, you know,
Yeah,
from various things and that, and it was reported. And they had, you know, like, I don't know whether it's priests or what, or vicars or whatever,
yeah,
trying to, you know, actually put, I know they had to dig so far down and remove all the land because of the, you know, bodies that were,
yeah,
but the bodies would have rotted by the time, because they didn't bury anybody there for like years. But what they were saying was that they got it so far down that we'd take all the remains away, you know. And
supposed to, aren't they?
I believe they put it somewhere sacred or whatever. But the people that lived there said they had a lot of trouble, you know, different things, doors and watches. But,
I found these days, anybody who's over his apps on the phones, make noises and whatever. I just rather sit there with my phone and talk and just listen. Yeah. But they do say no, it's just a novelty, most of these apps are, but some of them can be quite close to what happens, you know.
yeah,
What they don't realise, all these apps take control of your microphone and your hearing speaker.
yeah,
To it, you while you're talking, pick up your words, it uses them on the apps.
yeah.
And people are paying ridiculous money for them. I mean, some of them are free, but crazy stuff.
So these things, yeah, like, you know, so whatever you want to call them, energy and that. Does it come like only in darkness, or does it come in light and, you know,
Yeah.
you know, like daylight and stuff like that?
How do you say it here? I'm bloody 43.
I know. I think the sofa are about as old as the building. I think if anything's ghostly, these bloody things are, you know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
No.
I mean, one night I was in here, I was just doing a normal calling out, and I was sitting over there, mid phone there, kept seeing like a black shadow there, had been taking the chair.
Yeah.
Yeah, how was that? Well, I couldn't forget what it was. Next day, it's a Katie moving, like making a shadow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, most people would be screaming and running out. I'm going, the bloody hell's causing that, you know?
Yeah. The only thing that I ever saw was them outside the back here, the legs, if you remember.
Well, that's creepy that was.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, I went out the door and sort of run round the corner after.
Yeah, no bugger there.
I couldn't find who it was, but it was weird. That was. But,
Apparently, anything I can think of, one that used to be like the XREF, the Shires, whatever, that have patrols going round.
yeah.
So there's probably a spiritual warden going around.
Oh right. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, that's all I can think of.
Yeah.
And there's one night I went down to the back garden, that was creepy. It's cold and things are moving about and doors slamming. Oh, that's because I got locked out, didn't I? And the door slammed, bloody hell, shut that.
But what I'm saying, if they're, you know, they're ghosts from dead people, right? Don't you think that they would not be like sort of shying away or anything, that they'd want to get in touch themselves, you know?
Well, you'd thought so, wouldn't you? You'd
Yeah.
thought, you know, I wouldn't go and touch my family.
Yeah. You know, I would think that would be my first.
When your priorities, yeah.
Yeah,
Would, yeah.
to try and get in touch with them and let them know that there is, you know, some life after death. But no, I can't. You know, this is why I can't believe, because I just can't see, you know, them not wanting, you know, or trying in some way getting in touch, you know, with you.
Maybe one of the first things you do, you pass over. Or your spirits are around here, you go and find, if you remember,
Yeah.
you find somebody you know. Perhaps
Yeah.
you can't remember, you know.
Well,
They pass over, they can't remember people.
this last couple of months, I've been to two funerals, you know.
I've been
Uh,
to myself, yeah.
my sister, she just died. And when I went into the,
Evening, Counting the Truth, welcome in.
when I went into the co-op, you know, place
Yeah.
that they keep the bodies like to, and I went to see my sister. I wished I hadn't, because it wasn't her, but
No,
and, I touched her and she was just a complete block of ice, you know. And
Where
There was-
the frozen, or was that just how she was, you know?
They keep you in a cool room, don't they? You know,
Keep the cool room, yeah,
what's it? And that's she was lying in state or whatever you call it.
yeah.
But I touched her and she was just a block of ice. I just looked and I thought,
That's not my sister.
it's not my sister.
That's not your
you know.
sister, no.
It's, it's an empty shell.
Just a shell now,
Um,
yeah. The
and
spirit's gone up,
there's nothing there
no,
that would be of interest.
excuse me.
And I think, like I go up to my dad and mum's grave and my two sisters are now buried with each other.
Yeah. Oh, they're at peace now.
And I think, you stand there and sometimes you think you're an idiot because, I'm thinking, why don't they,
Come back and tell you
talk
something,
or,
yeah.
or just give me some sign, but it never does happen. So, I just can't grasp that the people after they died would just hide away,
They just go, yeah.
I would think they would, want to interact
Well, you'd have thought so, wouldn't
what
you?
they've left,
Somebody, they'd come back and say, I am, perhaps we wouldn't be able to take it,
Yeah,
Next door comes out, hi guys, how you doing? Oh, yeah, ghost,
yeah.
Perhaps we wouldn't be able to take it.
Well, I'm gonna leave a few cans in the what's it? Christ, I've opened both cans.
Because there are laws, aren't there?
Oh,
We can't cross over to their side,
No.
but they can come in now and again to this side. But if you got up as, it's interesting. It's good.
Yeah, I do. It's like this this room, Whenever I come in here, it's supposed to be a quiet room. It is. It's dead quiet.
It is. It's too
Yeah.
quiet, I think.
Yeah. So,
It's just a room where you can come in, you've had a bit of a bloody special, just come in, grab a few cans, you can just
yeah.
sit here and watch the world go by.
Well, it's mainly for Pam's brother Albert. It's his betting room. He comes and he sits with his paper here.
Oh, his paper, yeah.
Picks all his horses out and everything, and what's it. So, but I don't think he's getting any help from anybody from upstairs.
No help from up there, no.
It's,
I'd like to think there's something there,
Oh Christ!
Perhaps there's a bit of energy or something,
I wouldn't.
But I've never seen nothing.
I'd like to know,
Yes.
and I wouldn't be frightened of a ghost in any way whatsoever. I'd like to.
I'd be more interested, who are you, where you're from?
Well, I'd try to communicate, and
Yeah.
and find out just what it's all about. But it's a shame that you live all this life and you go, like I'm 77 now, and everything's up here in the top, and that's gonna be blanked out for eternity. I won't even know I ever existed.
Once you've
this
gone,
is the worst thing, and I think what a terrible thing to do. It's like my brother-in-law said. He said, "God's a terrible person." I won't say what he didn't say, but he said, "God's a terrible bloody person." And I said, "Why? What's up there?" He said, "Well, fancy starting us off young and then us get bloody old. Why didn't he do it the other way around?" He said, "It'd been a lot better for us, And I just thought it was funny, But yeah, I mean,
When you pass on, when you pass on, all that knowledge lost.
it's all vanishes, doesn't it?
Yeah, all that knowledge about over a lifetime.
Well,
gone.
I think to myself, I'll never ever know that I ever existed for eternity. This planet will go on for as long as it lasts,
Yeah.
unless they blow it to bits, which is quite a possibility at the moment.
Better in that way now with things, yeah.
Yeah. So, but like it's just not being here and not seeing what's going on and what, like, I mean, the biggest thing for me is space travel. I know I'm going to miss out on that, and in perhaps 100 years' time, they'll be travelling,
You never know, do you?
no, from planet to planet. They are doing little hikes now, going to Mars.
Hey,
going to
if you go before me, don't come back and haunt me.
Oh, bloody
Don't
well.
come back and haunt me.
No, I'll come back for you inches.
Pittsburgh
cider.
beer, yeah. You Pittsburgh beer. Who's on? Let's have a look.
Mind you, I don't suppose you'll leave any.
Ooh.
You'll leave any behind when you go. You take it with you.
Exactly. I think there is something there. Don't know what it is, I haven't got a clue. But there is some form of energy around us,
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking at it tonight about haunted and spooky and things that go whoops in the night or thump in the night, I mean, the summer nights, 6 o'clock, I hear banging and doors, ringing at 6 o'clock from down below. I'm going, bloody hell, I'm half asleep,
Well,
And then some mornings, about 3:30, I'm maybe knocking on my door and walking and going,
yeah.
who's up at 10 in the morning? And nobody I can think of.
Well, you don't know really, because like there's Pauline down there. She does her exercises. She walks round the building inside.
Well, you need the footsteps then, yes.
She walks around the building inside, and she'll tell you she's doing. The doctor's told her she's got exercise. I mean, I forget how old she is now, but she's round the 90 mark, and she's quite compass and quite fit for 90.
Good on her, yeah.
Yeah. But I said to her, what? She says, well, I don't go out in the cold. I don't go out in the rain. She said, I walk around the building, inside.
That's what I'm probably hearing, yeah.
She goes upstairs and walks around the run.
Especially it's after in the morning, yeah. If she's awake and she's on the wander.
So,
Since the problem here, there's people always awake, So you can't put it all down to supernatural. Unless, like me and you the night, I'm sitting having a beer. And you said, footsteps, I heard that. I mean, no bugger that. This place is creepy, really creepy.
It is at times. It's when I think the time, and when I get and I hear it, I'll say, "Are you there? You're going to talk to me, or I try everything, but I never get any response." So, but it would be bloody great just to know, that,
What's there? Yeah.
even if they're not sort of want to. It would be great to know that when you die, there is another form of, existence.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
some people call it a higher level consciousness. No?
Hopefully, if there is, you will remember this life,
Perhaps when they pass over, they don't remember it, If their energy isn't very big or it's quite low, they're just going to wander around, aren't they? Which is where the intelligent hauntings come in. Which is these spirits, they can remember what they were, and what they were doing, so they go around and move stuff.
Yeah.
That's your poltergeists.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got stone tip, then you got intelligent hauntings. They're the ones that can cause problems. You're interrupting their day, you see. So interesting stuff.
Yeah, like I say, me, it would be nice to know that it's not just, over and done with for eternity.
Well, what I'm going to do now on Tuesdays, I'll go back to my vests. We'll stick to these flats and we'll see if we can dig something up, shall we?
Yeah, well, I'd like, sit maybe at the other end again like we did in the dark, and see whether that would make any difference,
What I'll go back to my normal Tuesday slots.
Yeah, maybe that the light is not, they don't like it, they might.
Well, apparently they don't. If you believe the old myth, once you pass over, see a light, it takes you upstairs, doesn't it?
Wow.
And some people, some of them don't want to go.
No.
If they see a light, I'm not going there. They wander off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Don't go into light. I'm not ready yet.
No.
That's one theory.
Yeah. No, I remember going into the light when I had the peritonitis. My appendix burst. I spent 16 bloody weeks in hospital.
Oh, jeez.
And, I can remember the lights in the corridor and flashing. I thought, I don't want to be going down this road, I suppose that they may think the same way. You know what I mean?
Me mate in.
Oh, really?
Get in there. How you doing, honey? 26 minutes. Would you want the 10 minutes?
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, remember 10. In no rush tonight.
No. It's a pity that, they're not, it's not a more active sort
I think the worst one for me is where you see stuff the corner of your eye moving. Movie head, nothing there.
Yeah.
And your peripheral vision, they call it.
Yeah.
And there or there. And you're nah.
Yeah.
They walk into the street and cold you go, it's cold. Come with you. Come on, I'm not cold.
No.
Bloody spirits walking about then, and freezing you.
Yeah.
But the theory is they grab all the warmth off to keep themselves moving around, in a theory. Start walking into a freezer,
Yeah, it's
But yeah, I'll definitely start doing Tuesdays again. You can welcome along if you want.
You're probably right there, because the way my sister was, she was a block of bloody ice,
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that was the worst thing for me. When I went to see her, I took the wreath into the room, and Pam come with me. And we sat there for a bit, and I sort of, put my hand on her hand, and I thought, Christ,
block of ice,
almighty, it was,
What they call it, like a cold burning, that cold it.
yeah, it was
It burns
just
you.
a block of ice, I think,
Oh, she'd been in the cooler, hasn't she?
and I think, I'm not really frightened of most things, but I think I'm really frightened of death, because it's gonna, wipe me out for eternity, I think.
Yeah, well for me it's just part of life,
Yeah,
I suppose I live my life as best I can,
yeah,
then I go elsewhere. I mean, on my will, I want to be buried in the pheasant cellar.
oh right, yeah, well, you had a lot of movement on that thing you had.
Oh,
What's it
crazy
called?
when I went to across the pub on my K2.
Yeah. And I remember the table in that moving, but I put it down to vibrations because the cars are just
Yes.
going up outside, isn't they?
That's the problem, vibrations will set it
Yeah.
off. You've got a K2. Or if you like, if you do a live event to the K2, your phone with camera will start it flickering. That's what I've learnt. Which is why when I was down there, I put the K2 right down a bomb by the window. I was right up the stairs. It wouldn't interfere. Still kicked off.
Well, you see, in the present, because the landlord was on about the cellar, wasn't he? And all
He
that.
was, he's quite
He said,
worried about that.
he said it was weird and all that.
It is down there.
And then when you put that thing towards the cellar door,
Oh, but K2,
yeah,
that twitched then.
yeah,
And then what they say the next day he went in, I'm seeing bloody ghosts go see him. I'm going, what you on about?
What I thought after, I know what moved it. Spirits. Because they keep all the whiskey and brandy and stuff down there, don't they?
We've plenty of spirits down there, yes.
So, that's why the thing was.
But the wrong sort, yes.
Weather, all the, now, joking aside.
When I said I went in, he's saying to me, I'm seeing ghosts go see you, you've disturbed them. I didn't, mate, you just, now your mind's on that set.
Yeah,
And there, you're hearing things.
yeah,
They were there waiting before I came in, I just said, if come and have a word with somebody, tap on the shoulder or whatever. So they did.
Yeah, it's as I say, I'd love to just meet one, you know.
I mean, like kids.
I know then there was a chance. I mean,
Kids see ghosts everywhere, don't they? Spirits everywhere. But as you grow up, we sort of grow out of it, don't we?
yeah.
It's a very silly idea. I don't see nothing. Ever so weird.
It's like pictures. I mean, that picture in my lounge, that was my parents' firstborn, John. And he was born and died before I was ever born. And the picture, he would be 90, hang on, sister was 13, 17, 90. He would have been 92 now, but he died when he was 6.
Oh, right, yeah.
He got diphtheria, and he died in hospital in Derry, in Northern Ireland. And so I never knew him, but I was left with the picture in the frame. The frame was originally had the Sacred Heart in it, and my granny gave it to them to put John's picture in, and they had it. The picture was black and white, but they had it painted, you know, and but he's fading away slowly. One arm's gone, his hand, and his other, and he's gradually fading, you know. But his face is there, and you know, I look at it sometimes, and I suppose it's just, you know, thinking that way, but I think he really smiles at me, you know, and it's like the picture's 90 odd years old, you know.
I think overall on the supernatural side, we discovered about 5% what's going on, maybe 10% of what's actually going on, which means we have to do some more investigating. Yeah, Tuesday nights, back to normal, live. Terry will come out if his message is all right, because he's not very well. But yeah, we'll come back Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
I get my KTO out, I'll get my camera with me.
Yeah. We'll try it in the dark, you know.
Try, once it gets dark about now, we can have a wander and sit down in the kitchen, or we can go the other end.
Yeah. Go around the building, you know.
I mean, it's reported there's a white lady walking down there.
Oh, there's one or two said they'd seen that.
I haven't.
No, I haven't.
Yeah, there's one or two seen it.
Yeah.
I'm going, where they said, outside my window, walking past down there. I'm going, tell me.
Yeah.
I've got to be careful now and get into people's property and be, you know, people can be a bit funny if you're looking through the windows.
Yeah.
Man, they can't talk to me on the top floor, aren't they? They can't look in our windows. Somebody did, I'm going, when you get up there?
Yeah,
oh, good.
It's a bit, you know.
Invasion of privacy, that was it.
Yeah, it's hit miss really, you know. Sometimes you think, you know, is it? And then you suddenly think, well, no, it's, you know, it's not, that's something else. You know. So
your reasonable mind takes over.
Yeah. Right, see what
you do.
Does nothing but talk to me, that chair. That's why I sat there, because you sit down and it squeals. I think it's the wheels on it. Yeah,
that wasn't the wheels. Bloody hell, man.
Unless there's somebody behind it, is there? No, nobody behind it.
That's a weird chair, that.
Right?
Weird chair, that.
Yeah. But, I mean, look at the state of them. I mean, they're crazy.
Oh, do you know? Well, they're not quite.
They must have been the first things in the building, you know.
Late 70s, wasn't it? This was built.
Yeah, they've got to be 50 years or more.
Yeah. I can remember, like, when I was at school, we used to walk straight through the gully there. This wasn't built then.
Yeah.
Through fields, just walk straight through. Yeah. So, no idea what's underneath us.
No.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to that, coming out on a Tuesday.
Yeah, why not? You know.
On YouTube, on this, what you're watching now on YouTube.
But I'd like to go, you know, like somewhere like I said to you, to the crematorium where my family is, you know, and see whether there's any, because I'd have thought like
I'd have talked the girls, yeah.
somewhere like the crematorium, you know,
Mm.
it's there's a lot of dead people.
Oh, there's thousands,
Yeah,
hundreds of thousands, isn't there?
Yeah, you know.
You never know. Yeah.
And hopefully there's one or two hanging about there, but I don't know.
You never know.
But
unless
I'd like to go and find out. You
yeah.
know.
Never know unless you ask. So it's a good idea.
Yeah.
And I can't go far now. I'm just totally buggered with me bloody bones and stuff, rheumatic,
Well,
bloody
we're all in the same boat.
rheumatoid arthritis.
Yeah.
Can't go far. That's why I've got to stay in the building if I can. Still good. We'll do something.
Yeah. It's a pity, you know, like when you're sitting here like this, you'd think, you know, there'd be something, somebody, you know,
Oh, yeah. Creak, crack.
with of interest, but nothing has occurred, which is a shame.
If we go out, we go wrap up and take a flask of coffee with us.
Hey?
If we go outside, we go wrap up and flask of coffee with some brandy and
That'll do me.
keep us warm.
Yeah. Yeah.
When we getting outside much, will we?
At least we'd be seeing some spirit if we took the brandy.
Well, that same spirit I can see in the moment, just with 3 barrels.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
That reminds me, I must have a nightcap tonight. I haven't done none for
I haven't had one for months.
No, no, me.
Right, are we going to wrap up now and we'll...
Yes, yeah. It's,
Oh!
it's nice talking about it, but I'd like
Right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching. That's Terry, my neighbour.
Pleased to meet you.
I'm him, Michael, Paranormal Hub. See you Tuesday night, live. Look after yourself, stay spooky. See you soon. Bye-bye.
And if you pass over, give us a shout, please.
Yeah, to pass over, give it a shout.
I mean, if you die, give us a shout as well.
Bye-bye, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Everyone shut off there. Ain't that brilliant? Come on, you bugger. Come on.
Yeah.